And now we're going to have a look at the Locator Service. Now, a Locator Service is suitable for chains of stores that want to show, find your nearest X-brand store or reseller locator. It could also be used by an organisation that wants to show the location of all its members.
Right.
And in part of it, it has a credentialing component so that a credentialing organisation can show all of the businesses that it's credentialed, and as well as that, place a credentialing logo on the listing information for that place of business.
Okay.
Okay, so if we click on Locator Service, okay, very easy to create one, but we will, as a demonstration, show you what we've got in here. So if we look at the bottom one here, where to buy our products, and click on Edit, we'll go through the establishing processes. Firstly, where to buy our products is the title that we've given it. That will appear in the mapper.
Okay.
We also have the option of displaying the system dots, which is the blue, green, black, or grey, or our logo. So we've chosen to use our logo, and the smaller one I think is the best one. There is a choice of 3 different sizes in there.
Right.
But we'll stick with the smaller one because it looks better on the map. We also need to add the domain name that we'll be presenting this from. That saves, just as a security measure, that stops someone taking over your locator and showing it from their website.
Okay.
If we go to the next setting, which is Locator Settings, this allows you to set up your locator with everything that you need to put in it. Now, most locators don't need a keyword box, and they don't need the products and services taxonomy because they're showing a particular type of product, like as a reseller locator. If it was a loyalty program, it may well show its members by the keyword,
right?
So that users could search for exactly what they're looking for if it's a diverse range of products. They also have the ability of creating categories, and if they do, then they will need to select that category box so that the user selects the category from a drop-down box. So we will tick that. Map provider they don't need. It means that they can use the various maps that we make available within our system. Probably pretty unnecessary for most locators. They can also select the search types that they want to use. Generally, they would have the basic search, but they can allow the advanced search, which includes a radial search down to a specific point on the map. Free range search allows someone to pan and zoom the map and show the results of what's in the part of the map that's showing in the frame.
Okay.
And a locality search allows them to show a locality, which may be a street, a suburb, a state, a country, whatever.
Right.
And the default search type is the one that will be presented when they first open the map.
Okay.
Now, the initial map settings also is what is presented when the map is first opened. So if we show you how that works, we'll click on Select Latin Long and Radius. And as you can see, this is set to 5,000 kilometres from the centre of Australia.
Right.
Now, if we wanted to reset that so that it really only showed Victoria, then we can simply zoom in on Victoria and then go Update Fields, and that will become the centre of our search. So and then we can move on to the countries. Now here we've got 2 countries selected, Australia and New Zealand. So that's fine. That means when someone is searching, they can look in the country selector, and there'll be 2 available for them to select from. Okay, if we go to categories of listings now, we've got our premium and our standard range. If we click on the action buttons here for standard, as you can see, we can choose a different logo if we wanted to.
Okay.
And we can also credential the listings that are included in this logo, which included in this category, which means they will pick up that logo and it will be displayed on their place of business listing box that we showed in the initial search.
Yep.
And that's a credential attached to that place of business listing. Okay, we'll close that. Just click on the action button again. And as you can see, we can add products and services codes to all of the listings included in that category. Now that means that we make sure, as the brand owner or the supplier to these resellers, to make sure when someone is searching for our product using the taxonomy, then those businesses are going to come up. Even if they're not
Right.
searching for our brand, if they're searching for our type of product, we want to make sure that our resellers come up. This gives the brand owner control to do that, and they can simply add that using the same picker. So if we just click on Add Products and Services Codes, and there's none there at the moment, we use the same picker. So if we wanted to type in, let's do a search and put in apple juice, and we can tick the first 4 to make sure that if anyone is searching for those juices, our resellers are going to
Sure.
come up in a general search
Okay.
outside of this locator. Okay, so now they're attached to all those listings in that category.
Yep.
Okay, now to include listings, all we need to do, and these are all the listings that are in there, and as you can see down on the right hand side, it shows the categories that they're in. Some of them will, in this instance, they're not in both, but they could be.
Right.
To add one, we simply create Add Existing Listing, and then we can select by Uglii business number or trading name, ABRN, which is in this instance it's ABN,
Yes.
which is the registration number we use in Australia, or by keyword. So a brand owning business might send out an email to all of its resellers to say, I want you to register in the Uglii system and add this keyword, which is XYZ124 or whatever, so that they can easily be found.
Right. Right.
So if we want to do a search by keyword in this example, and for instance, we put in hotel, which is not a very good example, but it will show us a lot of
Sure.
results. We're searching in Australia and we click search. You can see a whole lot. If we wanted to select all of them, we'd tick select box, or we can go through and select the ones that we want.
Yes.
The more obscure the keyword, obviously, the easier it is to pinpoint
Sure.
your
Something.
businesses.
Yep.
That's how we put those businesses in the listing. And now we'll just click on Save and Continue, and then we'll do a preview to show what the locator looks like.
Oh, I see.
Now, keep in mind this is going to be inside of an iframe on the website of the brand owner.
Right.
Okay, so this is the component here that is in there, and all the information they need to load that onto their website to give to their web developer or do themselves is very easy to add. It's a 5-minute job to add that.
Right.
Now, one last thing on the locator, customized style. There is the ability for a business that has a web developer to change the style of that locator by putting in its corporate colours and
Yes.
whatever. So they can either do that with their web developer, or they can send that information to their affiliate, and we can load it in there. A web developer would know how to do that.
Sure.
And we've got what we allow to happen and what they can't change. But it allows them to customise that to
Okay.
suit their style.
Oh, good.
Okay, and that's a locator.